My brother, you could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom. He's shackled to his feet. My brother, you could use a little mercy now. He's a stranger to freedom. He's shackled to his feet.
That video brings me so much joy.
I don't have any memory of where the hell we were when I shot that on my iPhone, but let's just say Ben Glover and I have been traveling companions for quite some time, and you get kind of stupid and silly on the road. Welcome, everybody. It is Sunday, March 21st, and we are home back in Nashville. It feels like a strange place still to be home. We've spent quite a bit of time down in Key West, and then we were in New Orleans for 2 days, which felt like 2 years. Boy, time moves slow when we were in New Orleans. And then we were at 30A down the Panhandle area, Fort Walton Beach, Santa Rosa, spending some time with Gretchen Peters and Barry Walsh. That was awesome. We would have done a show with them, but we did not have enough wireless connection. The bars were low, although the actual bars on Santa Rosa, Fort Walton Beach area were very, very high. Spring break is blossoming in a wild and crazy way down there. In fact, Miami, Florida had to declare a state of emergency and close things early last night because of the madness of spring break and just the sheer volume of people appearing from everywhere. To go from zero to a million in a short period of time is quite overwhelming for restaurants and bars, as this pandemic thing it's wobbly. What we're noticing in our travels, Jaimee and I, is that here in the States, it varies from city to city, not just state to state. We noticed a real difference in say, Houma, Louisiana, as opposed to New Orleans, Louisiana, in terms of caution and masking and the social behavior. So we're in a new phase of wildness and weirdness, and it's very unpredictable. We had a few technical issues today, but we are good now. We reset the modem. Thank you, Jaimee, for your ability to hit buttons on your iPhone and have things reset. We had a little issue with Ben. Jaimee's got that sorted out. He's in the green room all as well. Michele Gazic is here with us, who has weirdly in Italy had zero problems with tech or video through the entire pandemic.
The entire pandemic.
Weirdly, in that usually in Italy there's the most chaos, but apparently our everything we know to be true is in transition right now, or in flux. So thanks for joining us. Let's see what we have going for you today. A couple of announcements, and then we'll play some music. Next week, my guest is Margaret Rinkle, New York Times columnist and wonderful writer on local nature around here in Nashville in the South. She's fabulous, and I'm excited to have her. Then we have Sam Baker the following week. We'll be leaving again. I'm going to Austin with Jaimee, who's making a new record. And so we're going to bring Sam into our hotel room in Austin because we've all been vaccinated, and have Sam with us in person live. So that'll be a first in this transition time. Then we have Zoe Lewis coming from Provincetown, Massachusetts, Cliff Eberhardt and Louise Mosey, Ordinary Elephant. We got to reschedule John Hyatt, check on him, see how his rotator cuff is doing. So we're in the saddle and ready to sing. You ready, Jaimee?
Oh, yeah.
She's frazzled in a way. All the tech problems that occurred prior to coming live that had to be fixed by her because I'm Useless.
Well, no, I love Ben Glover so much, and I love his music so much. So I'm already nervous because I'm like such a fan.
I'm a fan
You know,
too.
I get nervousy, so I'm like nervous. I'm just like anxious.
You don't have to be nervous about Ben. He's the nicest person on earth.
I know he's so nice. Yeah, I know. But I still get nervous.
I know. I know.
50 whatever weeks, I still get nervous.
Oh, I know. It's cool to be a fan of your friends. A lot of these people, I personally, just to segue into a small little conversational tidbit, I started out as fans, a fan of a lot of the guests that we've had over these 52 weeks, and became a friend over time as they got to know my music and we played similar festivals, shared the bill in different parts of the world, and we became friends. So you're still at the getting to know you sort of from a fan perspective with a lot of these people. And it's been a real pleasure to share everybody with you and with the audience. And I can honestly say everyone that we've had so far has been someone I consider a friend. And that's been amazing to me that I have 52 friends that write songs and play them or write books. I didn't know. I'm rich. I am wealthy. Rich in friends is rich indeed. Well, the grasses are swaying, sun's going down, music's playing. You're weaving through town, pulling to the driveway. Toss it and park. Stare out of the windshield, out into the world. It was all for the love of a reckless girl who left you with a second place smile and a broken heart. And the street lights are starting to flicker to life. They glow for a minute, then they get bright. Fireflies light up, circle and spark. But there's nothing really that you can do. Put your hands in your pocket, try to get through the distance between the daylight and the dawn. Front porch flags lie themselves down like forgotten soldiers or old wedding gowns and closets unopened and graves without any marks. As the night curtains lower behind the rooftops, shadows dance across the sidewalks, ricochet off of the houses like pieces of art. And your mind is reeling as the sky's changing all your feelings. You're rearranging the rest of your life like lines on an old sailor's chart. You climb back in, fire the ignition mission. Put your hands on the wheel. Head into the distance between the daylight and the dark. That trick you a little? Hey, would you mind turning me up just a little bit?
Your headphones?
Yeah, turn up my headphones just a little bit.
There you go.
And everybody's saying they're glad to hear the guitars a little louder.
It's so awesome to have our extra piece of gear back.
Yeah, we got our extra piece of gear back, and I made her turn it up.
Which is good.
She didn't want to. She gets real nervous
I get nervous
when
about
we see it peaking or clipping, but I don't get
it's
nervous.
working.
She does. But of course, she's the one who's in charge of quality here. I'm just the talker. So I'm like, turn it up. She's like, no, we're peaking. So thanks for the feedback on.
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Also, it made me write, which I enjoy.
How long have we been in quarantine?
We've been locked up together for 20 years.
20 years.
It's been 1 year.
300 months.
300 months. We're doing great. I stared out of the windshield into the rain so light. I put on my dim. Somebody flashed their brights. And I reached over, turned the radio way down low. Your sister cried all the way home. Lightning crash and the road is shown like a mirror. A dog came out of the ditch, then he disappeared. And I remembered a conversation we once had on the phone. Your sister cried all the way home. 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 Nice picking, Harris. Oh my goodness. Well, how about we roll that little video that we made in the bar in 2013? Ben and I were, I think Michele was with us. No, I don't think Michele, I don't remember. We were in Ireland, in Dublin, and it was 2013 according to my, to my iPhone picture information. And we just set up the phone and threw down this song. I think we had just completed the song. For those of you that don't know, I write a lot of songs with Ben Glover. He's become my go-to favorite co-writer, and we have covered a lot of miles on the road and as writing partners over a lot of years. And I think this video from 2013, I haven't looked at it in I don't know how long, but I think it'd be cool to roll it, and then we'll bring Ben onto the screen and see how he's doing. So if you got that queued up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so this was shot on an iPhone in a bar in a green room in Dublin, Ireland. And I think this was the night Lucinda showed up at the end of the show and wanted to put a hug on her Louisiana sister and have a nightcap.
You good?
Black clouds blowing across the blustery sky. Black clouds blowing across the blustery sky. South of Highway 7, all alone and crying. Oh, so I sold you away. When you sell your soul, it opens a deep dark hole. When you sell your soul, it opens a deep dark hole. Drink will leave you thirsty, fire will leave you cold. Oh, so I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, so I sold you away. It started with desires, sweet soft kiss. It started with desires, sweet soft kiss. Ended in an alley with my face against a fist. Oh, so I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Redemption, redemption, have mercy on me. Redemption, redemption, have mercy on me. Anybody's but at prison when his soul's a refugee. Oh, soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, soul, I sold you away. I'm pulling in the greenwood to get down on my knees. Pulling in the greenwood to get down on my knees. By Robert Johnson's grave, bring my soul back to me. Oh, soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, my soul, I sold you away. Oh, soul, I sold you away. Eight years ago.
Wow, 8 years ago.
Can you believe it? That was a fast 8 years. Oh my God, it's almost a decade.
It's funny, it could be like 3 years ago, or it could be 20 years ago, or wow. Time is strange, and I think it's stranger after the last year, isn't it?
It's hard to gauge time. The normal measuring sticks are all broken. So I don't know how to measure it really. Every day is just another day, and I'm stunned that that was 8 years ago. Though when I looked at the time marker on it, I was like, "Wow!" I remember that night really clearly, but I don't remember it as 8 years ago. It's a strange thing.
No, I think that was in backstage at the Button Factory in
It
Dublin.
was. It was
And
Peter Keel who's on the stream. He said, "Was that the Button Factory?" He must know the green room. Yeah, that was that night.
I was that night. I think that was the tour that we finished the song on, finished writing Oh Soul. I think it was that tour.
I remember we did a sound check somewhere in Denmark, I think. This beautiful hotel, beautiful part of the country. There was water. I remember boats. And we did a sound check. And as we were getting off the stage from our sound check, the lyric just exploded in my mind. The two lines that were missing. I ended in an alley with my face against a fist, just dropped in and like, bent, it came. And I think that once those two lines were there, we had most of the rest of it, if I remember right. What's your memory of that time? I don't.
Yeah, two memories. One was a dressing room in Denmark. Us, like, there was some other verse. I can't remember what it was. It might be in the Redemption verse, but that being a watershed moment, I remember in that dressing room. And then I remember that gig you were talking about. It could have been Roskilde maybe, or somewhere like that. but like we chased that song down for about a year.
We did. We chased.
But that's kind of how we chase songs, I guess. It's over time, but um, yeah, that I don't know. That one just seemed to that tour. Like I do, 2013 was a year for me. Like I made an album called Atlantic, and that for me was kind of like a new path. So there was something in the air that year that um, I don't know. It just kind of felt like the start of a new thing, and I remember a lot of those dates very, very clearly. And I actually remember the clip you played at the very start of the singing dog.
Do you remember where we were?
I
Somewhere in
do,
England, right?
I do, because I think we were both losing our mind that night. So one always remembers where one loses one's mind. It was Newcastle, Newcastle in England, and we had to drive to Manchester after the gig and get like a 5 o'clock flight out to somewhere. And I remember us going like, yeah, we're losing our minds. I mean, uh, that was not a hallucination. Seeing that dog singing "Mercy Now," that was that was our reality.
So we're going into this show. We knew we had to drive quite a ways after the show. Just get a quick 2 hour sleep, and then at 5 a.m. we had to fly.
Yep.
Oh God, I don't miss that. I don't miss that. That was so hard, and I can't even imagine it doing it now at my age. Like 2 hours of sleep, and I'm garbage for 3 days. Like I can't. My bounce back don't bounce. We did
Yeah.
that though. We did that a lot. I remember just crazy short sleeps, and then back on the road, back on a plane, back in the saddle. It just was what we had to do, I guess.
You know, after the last year and taking the pause, last year felt like a pause of sorts. Just thinking about the grueling, the way you had to do it. I mean, and you didn't think about it. It's just like, okay, here we go. We do the gig, we drive a bit, we sleep for a few hours, and the exhaustion levels, I think, were more than what we knew. But I mean, not complaining. They were amazing times, and when you're in the midst of it, you don't think of it being so challenging. But the thing, I mean, now the thought of going to bed after 9:30 is like,
I know, I know. We've consistently been asleep at 10:30 or so. Jaimee Harris all nighter has transformed
I'm
into
going to bed at midnight instead. Yeah, instead of 3, it's midnight.
yeah, and up by 9 on the mat doing the exercise 10:30. It's a different life, and it's a good life. It's a good life. That was a good life too, but you know what? That was a burnout situation. Musician after musician that has come on the show has talked about that, how we just hope that we can find a way to do it a little differently as things start to loosen up, because that kind of traveling leads to mistakes. And mistakes on the road can cause harm. It's not just forgetting your guitar at a club, or forgetting to get paid, or making a wrong turn. It can cause accidents that are lethal. I mean, people get into serious trouble when they're that tired driving. And we were exhausted.
yeah, we were, and you were always like still not in the present. You're always planning the next tour. You're always planning the next thing a year ahead, 9 months ahead. It was never, even when you come off tour, you could settle and relax and recuperate. It was like, okay, what's next? And again, it was exciting, and it was very worthwhile. But it's only when you stop doing that and you take a seat and a rest and go, oh, okay, I don't have to live that grueling way. And so there probably is a balance, though, isn't there, in the future, where we can do it, but in a way that's much more, what would be the word, gentler, or so. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but there's probably a balance. I mean, I can't see any musician, well, none of the ones I know, jumping back into that way of living again. Who knows what it is, but I think we know how important self-care is now too. And we did then, but you know what I mean? We know.
Yeah,
We know
once you
better.
start chasing the carrot has you. Once you start chasing that dangling carrot, the story is there's not enough. And so I got to get mine. And so we got to go, we got to go, we got to go, we got to go. Hurry, urgent, urgent. And fueled by fear of shortages, we run ourselves ragged. So I think the only way to really do it differently is to tell ourselves a different story. And I think maybe sitting back for a year, there is enough for everybody, and we don't have to we don't have to be afraid. I think the relationships we formed over the many years of doing this with fans all over the world are solid, and they've been supporting us through the pandemic. I want to thank everybody right here and now who's been a part of keeping us going during this year, and I just don't think the urgency is sustainable over decades. People fry. Their head explodes and then they're fried.
Yeah.
It's not fun. The fun, like Sam Baker put it really beautifully as Sam Wood. He said, "I was doing my job like as if I was a FedEx or UPS delivery man. I was bringing the boxes and putting them at the door and ringing the bell and going to the truck and going to the next town and delivering the boxes. But art's not supposed to be like that. The presence gets lost."
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned it there too. The story that you tell yourself then becomes the thing that you're believing, but it's the story that you're believing. It's not
That's right.
necessarily the truth. And that's the great thing about a story. You can change your story. Old stories may no longer service us or nourish us the way that they used to, and you can drop the story at any point. And that's why I'm grateful for last year, because it made me have to sit and re-examine the story. And when you learn, okay, I don't have to be that all the time. It's still, I can still be a musician, be an artist, but I don't have to believe that got to be go, 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 got to be chasing, chasing, chasing. I can do that, but I can also, well, I can do other things too. And it becomes very liberating when you understand that it is just a story that you're telling yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. We have to tell stories. It's how we survive. But that moment of going, we don't have to believe what we tell ourselves.
As the capital T, truth, capital T. It's just a story, and we're story writers. We can rewrite it. Speaking of that, you've gone on to become a meditation coach expert. How do you describe yourself now that you've taken that workshop and become a master?
Well, I don't know if I'd use the word master, but
well, you're ahead of all of us, that's for sure.
Mary, the timing couldn't be more perfect. A year before the pandemic, I don't even know what year that was. What is it? All I know, it was like 3 years ago. I decided I wanted to explore other things aside from music. And basically that other thing was meditation. I'm meditating a long time, and I thought, I can see the benefits of this in my life. I want to share this with other people. So I began a 2-year training to become a mindfulness meditation teacher. And it was intense. It was the year before the pandemic, and then it was last year. And I was with two amazing teachers called Jack Hornfield and Tara Brack. So it was 2 years. It was really full on. It was a lot of work. I graduated in January, just a couple of months ago. But in the middle of last year, I just started offering these services to people that I knew, and then it just began to grow. So what I do is I teach people to meditate, which essentially means I kind of help people how to sit down, be quiet, get still, and connect to a sense of spaciousness and bigness and hopefully calm and peace. But it's been amazing. I absolutely love this work. It's so rewarding, and interestingly, it's very connected to what we do as artists. It's so creative. It comes from that same place. I mean, I feel that when we write songs together, we're stepping into space, and we don't know what's going to come up. We don't know, but we're opening and inviting in this other kind of, this other kind of realm, and that's what we do in meditation. But it's essentially always just coming back to yourself, coming back to yourself, coming back to yourself. And I have absolutely loved the last 6 months of teaching and sharing this. And now I'm teaching clients one-on-one. It's all on Zoom, of course. I'm teaching corporate businesses, and it's been pretty amazing. I love it. I really do.
If listeners want to hire you for meditation services, how do they do that? Do they go to your website?
Yeah, you get any you can go to my website, yeah, and there's my business called bestillaware.com, but there's a link to that on the website. So go there or send me a message on Facebook, and yeah, easily contactable.
Well, we've done several meditations with you during the pandemic, and it just has been calming, basically recentering. It takes the anxiety level down. It is a sort of a pause in the story.
Yeah.
And it's been beneficial. I highly recommend if any listener wants to start into meditation. Ben is a wonderful, wonderful teacher and guide in that work. So congratulations on that. And
Thanks, Mary.
oh, and you got your citizenship in the United States. So does that mean you're a dual citizen now?
It does. So just this week, I got my American citizenship after quite a long journey of green cards and all that. But yeah, really happy, delighted actually. So it means that I've dual citizenship. I've got Irish citizenship, actually triple citizenship, Irish, UK, and American. And it was a very surreal day on Tuesday. You have to do a final interview and an exam. They give you a test on American history and government. So I was studying for that all the last month. So you go into the scenario quite guarded and quite nervous. Did the interview, everything was fine. And I thought the normal procedure is then, like 2 months down the line, you go to the courthouse and there's a ceremony and you get to wave a little flag and you get to think about the meaning of it all. So I was walking out of the interview room and I said to the immigration officer, I said, so when do you know when we go to the courthouse? He says, no, that's it. You're done. You're done.
You're a citizen. That's
you're
it.
A citizen. He said, we'll just go into this room, sit here for 10 minutes and we'll prepare your certificate. So I was going, wow, it was fantastic, but I was kind of looking forward to a ceremony at some point. But anyway, it's great to have it. I went into this room and there was another gentleman sitting there and it was just the two of us. He was sitting, he was weeping. He was so emotional. And I said, are you okay? He says, yes, it's such a big moment. I said, where are you from? He says, I'm originally from Iraq. So an Iraqi and an Irishman, just the two of us. And
did this happen in Nashville?
Happened in Nashville on Tuesday. So it was very, very surreal, you know, this emotional Iraqi and he probably going a confused looking Irishman.
Where's my party? Where's the parade? Where's the balloons? Where's the flag? Where's the cheering crowd?
Exactly. So a little surreal, but still delighted to get it. I just wish I got my photo taken with him. We should have got a selfie outside. And but yeah, so there we go. Another landmark, and it's nice to get it for sure.
Congratulations. It's quite the journey. It's not at all easy.
No, it is not. It's not until you kind of have to go through an immigration matter that you realize how stressful it is and how hiccups can happen along the way. But it's very satisfying when the journey is over. So I can say that.
Yeah. Congratulations. And yeah, gosh, let's go to music. Would you play a couple of songs for us?
Yeah, love to.
Thank you. We're going to put ourselves in the green room and hand it over to you.
Okay, thanks, Mary. So I'm going to do a song. I know Mary has played this on the show before. It's a new song that she and I co-wrote last year. A song called "Meet Me in the Meadow." I think that's what it's called. It may also be called "Then Go Home." We got to talk about this after we finish. What do you call it, Mary?
Let's call it "Meet Me in the Meadow" because that's the consensus. And go ahead and check that button.
Uncheck it.
Uncheck the button.
Look at that.
Give you a better sound. Let's go with "Meet Me in the Meadow" right here, right now. We're renaming that thing.
There we go. So, friends, you've just witnessed a song christening ceremony. Quite a moment when a song gets a new name. So here we go. It's called "Meet Me in the Meadow." It's set in Mississippi. Highway 90 westbound in the falling dark, rolling past cornfields, catfish farms and swamps, Pascagoula sunset, a longing breaking through. Don't know why I'm always leaving. Don't know why I left you. Won't you meet me in the meadow? We can look up at the stars and lean into the wind, dream again, and find out who we are. Won't you meet me in the meadow? No more alone. We can lay down in the grass till the feelings pass, then go home. I have so much to tell you. I'm ready to come clean. I'm so tired of running from things I cannot leave. You and me in Mississippi, battered, beautiful, and scarred, in need of forgiveness and the awful grace of God. Won't you meet me in the meadow? We can look up at the stars, lean into the wind, dream again, find out who we are. Won't you meet me in the meadow? No more alone. Let's lay down in the grass till the feelings pass, then go home. Let's lay down in the grass till the feelings pass, then go home. Meet me in the meadow.
Thank you, Odie Lindsay.
Yeah,
A prompt in that beautiful book, Some Go Home.
yeah. If it wasn't for Odie's book, that song
Would
wouldn't have been.
never have happened.
No, I love it. There's something. I mean, you probably shouldn't have favorites when it comes to songs, but I'll be honest, that I love that song.
I love playing it too.
Hmm.
One of the interesting things about the way that we co-write it, we've written dozens and dozens of songs together. Some you'll latch on and play, some I'll latch on and play, and some just get written and neither one of us play, and some we both latch on and play. And that's definitely a mutual, we're going to play this song. It's a mystery which ones come alive in our hands. I don't know how to explain it.
It's really interesting, because what is it that makes some songs more connectable for us as writers? It's not necessarily one song is better than another song, but I think for this one in particular, there's a line here. I'm so tired of running. Every time I sing that, I feel a tear. I'm not joking.
Me too.
There's
Me
just
too.
something. I mean, who isn't tired of running? Like it's that line is just so powerful for me inside, and the Mississippi landscape, I know it very well. Emily, my wife, is from Mississippi, so like when you introduced me to Odie's book, and that's where the book is set, it's like, oh, I know that world. I see it every time I close my eyes. So I feel that kind of geographical and visual connection to the place. But there's something about this one. It's you know what it feels like? It feels like what we were talking about earlier, is this space that opens up. You just drop into it. That song has that thing for me when I play it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a broken in leather jacket or a great pair of boots that you've been wearing for years, or, you know, jeans that fit just right, even if you've eaten a pizza. I mean, it's a fit. It just fits. I can't explain it very well. It mostly just, it's comfortable fit, and I'm drawn to it. Like, you got the new pants that look nice, but you still got to work on them and break them in. You got these old jeans that just, it feels like a pair of old jeans to me. It just fits me.
Yeah, it's the best way of putting it. Yeah, it's funny. Songs are funny though, aren't they?
Oh, they're so mysterious.
The way they do that, it's like, it's 4 chords. Why should those 4 chords feel any different than the 4 chords? The 4 chords is actually pretty fancy for our songs. Usually it's 3. But musically, what would be the word? Developed on that, they would use it 4 chords. But it's just so interesting why certain melodies capture you in other ways. But that's the mystery. That's the you talk so much about the mystery of songs, and it's so true. It's like, who knows?
And then you look back through the pile, and one day another one comes to life that wasn't fully alive before. I don't know how it all. I love being in a relationship with the mystery. I don't have to know.
That's a good point. Yeah, these are just questions that we ask, but we don't need the answers.
That's right. That's right. Why don't you play another one?
Okay, absolutely. Let me make sure I put this setting on this time. So last October, November, I put out an EP, a 4-track EP called Sweet Wild Lily. And I'm going to play a song from that. It's a song called Fireflies Dancing. And interestingly, there's another Mississippi theme here. I wrote this. This sounds so cliched, but I wrote this on a porch in Mississippi one evening, just before sunset, and the fireflies were coming out, and the scene was just like the trees and the fireflies dancing. And it was last July, and so the first line was fireflies dancing on a July night, and within 30 minutes this song had spilled out. So I'm going to play this for you now. It's called Fireflies Dancing. Fireflies dancing on a July night. Fireflies dancing on a July night. We're here and gone in the blink of an eye. Sister, brother, just for now. Sister, brother, just for now. Lay our troubles and worries down. 'Cause there's a place where the mountains meet the sea. There's a place where the mountains meet the sea. That's where my soul knows how to be free. A dream Gracie and I walked hand in hand. A dream Gracie and I walked hand in hand. Our feet sinking into that golden sand. See, my thoughts ain't heavy, my heart is light. My thoughts ain't heavy and my heart is light. When I got Gracie by my side. It's time just wasted holding regret. It's time just wasted holding regret. We don't know how it's all gonna turn out yet. All life's a dance between the joy and the hurt. All life's a dance between the joy and the hurt. Between the stars in the sky, the flowers in the dirt. Shall we be each other's guiding hand? Shall we be each other's guiding hand? When night comes falling on this land. Fireflies dancing on a July night. Fireflies dancing on a July night. We're here and gone in the blink of an eye.
Lovely.
Thanks, Mary.
Well, I reckon we might ought to go to Italy, put you in the green room, and see how the maestro's doing. But before we put you in the green room, let's bring him in so you all can say hi. So we've spent so much time on the road together.
I'd love to say there he is.
Hi Ben, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you. So for the third time, I guess, on Sunday with Mary. That's so great, and I love the new songs also. I usually listen to Mary sing, Meet Me in the Meadow, so it was so interesting to hear your version of the song. So great, a different perspective, really
Yeah.
interesting.
Thanks,
I love it.
Gilly. Yeah,
I
isn't
love
it
it
funny
too.
just how different voices can,
Mhm.
make songs sound slightly different, but yeah, and yeah, it's great to see you. We were talking, Mary and I were talking about writing "Oh Soul" earlier, and you were
Yes, yes,
there on a lot of
I
those
remember.
back rooms in Europe when we were writing the song. You were, your energy and your presence helped us land that one too, McKilly.
I hope so. And I remember very well because the video that was shot in Dublin. I was there on the other side of the iPhone, checking the iPhone, Mary iPhone, and I remember very well that night. That was the night when the song was fixed in the definitive form. But I remember 1 year before, in 2012, we were touring Denmark and many other places, and you were working every night on, on that song backstage. I remember that too, also the little change in the song. I witnessed the process. And I remember that is a very it's really a collaboration between you and Mary songwriting, because it's a both both of you have write as one in the end. So it's really interesting, the process to become a one song, two souls, one song. And I was there, and I remember the flame burning when you were writing that great song.
You know, riding in the car as we drive, it's been something that Ben and I have done, and Jaimee and I have done that too. You know, you get stuck in a terrible traffic jam, or a really long drive, and it's a great way to use the time, right? It's it engages your mind as you can go again. The story, I'm stuck in a terrible traffic jam, or well, we've got some time here. Let's
Right.
open up the laptop and see if we can land some of these lines while we're sitting here. You know,
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Transit, even maybe physically moving, has an
Yeah,
influence
I
on
agree.
the writing
Yeah.
too. It's like it keeps
Yeah.
you're in,
Yes.
the flow, I guess.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree with that, because writing, songwriting is some way imagination. And if you see things changing in front of your eyes, this really helps this and that to see something different. And yes, and I remember another thing during that tour in 2013, after Dublin, we went to Belfast, and I remember we played in a church. St. George, maybe was the name of the church, and I remember all the audience singing, "Oh my soul, I sold you away." That was really a powerful moment in a church.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that St. George's Church. You're right, in Belfast.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that song has a, I know, not a hymn like quality, but I mean, singing about
Yes, yes.
soul and redemption. So yeah, playing it in the church was quite
Yes,
something.
yes, it was powerful. And also that night in Dublin, we had a special guest at our show. You remember, Lucinda Williams came to listen to us, to our show. And I have one of my favorite picture, Ben. You shoot it. I was in the middle between Mary Gaucher and Lucinda Williams. That was an incredible moment. I love it.
Road memories. We could go on and on and on. All the years
Yes,
of doing this.
We can go on forever.
I know. I know. I know.
But I really hope to play again together.
We will.
Yes.
We will.
We
We
will.
just got to get to the other side of this thing. Oh my goodness, Ben! I'm going to put you in the green room. I'm going to talk to Michele for a minute and see what he has for us today, and have him play us a song. Maestro, your viola is out. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, my viola is out, and I was thinking about Ben, about Ireland, about a song that we really love, that is called "Ride On" by Christy Moore. That is one of the best. For me, but for many people, Irish singer-songwriter. And my last memory of Dublin also is at the first day of the year 2019, and I went to see Christy Moore in concert. That was a really powerful moment, and I love this song. I will play an instrumental version on my viola. It's a supernatural song. This is a mysterious ride, maybe with death, I don't know. But there is a hunting melody that is that I will try to play with my viola, and I really hope to play this song with you one day, Mary.
Yeah,
I remember we were talking about this one time.
I've listened to this song 1,000 times. It's one of the songs you hit repeat, repeat, repeat. Christy Moore is one of my favorite singers. He's a barrel house of a man, but he never shouts when he sings. He has a whisper quality to his vocals. And this song is very, very beautiful. And you can't pin down a single meaning. It means so much. But I love your interpretation that it might be a discussion about mortality. Right on. Christy Moore, Michele Gazic on the viola.
All right.
Great.
Yeah.
I love so much this song. This the lick, the melody is so great, and also there is a mystery in this song
Right.
somewhere.
Right. Songwriter Jimmy McCarthy,
Hmm.
sung by Christy Moore, at least the version that I'm familiar with and you're familiar with. It's a beautiful song, and you just did it so well on the viola. Thank you, Maestro.
Thank you, Mary, and thank you. It was great also to meet our friend Ben tonight. So great, so great.
We'll all
And
be together again soon. It seems like forever, but we'll be together again soon.
congratulations to Ben for the citizenship. I am just at the beginning of the process. I am fighting for the visa, as you remember, but slowly, I will go on too. So it's a great goal for him. I'm so happy for him.
Yes. We'll get that visa. It's just a
I hope
matter
so.
of time.
Oh yes, oh, yes.
And time, it's a funny thing.
Oh yes.
We'll see you soon, my friend. Soon. Just hang in there.
I can't wait. I can't wait. And thank you, Jamie, for your support. It's unbelievable what you are doing every Sunday. And this Sunday too, I remember technical problem, and you solved this 4 minutes before the show.
4
Unbelievable.
minutes. I know.
Thanks,
I know.
Michaela.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
Thank you, Maestro.
Ciao.
All right.
All right. Well, I
Jaimee,
think-
what
yeah.
you got for us?
Well, I think I'd like to stick with the theme of the mysterious and haunted and Irish, just all of it, I guess, that we've got going on today, and thinking about how we leave like a week from today to go
for you to go make your next record.
I'm like freaking out. I'm so excited. And I think that after I wrote this song with Katrina Noel and Dirk Powell, that I knew that I was like
On the trail.
it
of the
started
next
to
one.
like exactly it kind of like turned the I don't know, it
Focus
brought
the
everything
camera.
into focus. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so had my first drink before I could drive. Mama left it on the counter half full one night. Felt the fire in my chest, shook the hand of the fair and dark-haired lad. Well, he crept through the boards, hid behind the door, but he ain't got a reason to hide no more. Took the seat at the table that my daddy once had, the fair and dark-haired lad. Ooh, ooh, ooh. the fair and dark-haired lad. He's got no voice, but he calls my name. I feel his blood running through my veins. His laughter howls like a dog gone mad, the fair and dark-haired lad. Bloodshot eyes and a vacant stare. He took everything I ever had, the fair and dark-haired lad. Turned the engine over, rolled the windows down, left a note to tell him where I'm bound. I say goodbye, tip my hat to the fair and dark-haired lad. Thanks, Gauthier.
And we're heading to Austin next Sunday night. We have a 9:00 flight out of Nashville, and we'll be there for a week or 10 days or so. And Jaimee will be in the studio recording new songs, and I'll be in the hotel working on manuscript and a book proposal for book number 2. And it's a good life. It's a good life. In the meantime, you released the EP. To great response. Everybody loves it, right? And they're saying good things. And,
Yeah, it's been very nice.
And your Patreon's going strong. If you want to hop into a Patreon situation with Jaimee, she's doing a private. She did a private show yesterday for her Patreon. What are they called? Members or followers? Or?
Yeah, well, I call my Patreon community the Folk and Roll Fan Club.
The Folk and Roll Fan Club.
That's kind of my deal.
If you jump in for as little as $3
I just call
a
them
month.
my friends, I think.
Yeah, it's friends. For as little as $3 a month, you can help Jaimee make this record, and you can get links to private shows, private. What else is going on?
Well, I'll have a new single produced by Brian Douglas Phillips that'll come out exclusively on Patreon that you won't be able to get anywhere else.
So
that's coming next
exclusive
week.
music from Jaimee. If you're into what she's doing, hop on the Patreon, give her a follow, and she'll be sending you stuff that is exclusive to patrons only, and we appreciate the support always. I'm going to bring Ben back. Hi, Ben.
Hello. I love that song, Jaimee.
Thanks, Ben.
And also, it's very exciting you're making the new record. I think it's going to be
Thank you so
fantastic.
much. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, she's ready. The songs are ready. Everything's ready. It's low-hanging fruit now. It's just time to go pick the fruit. Yeah.
I'm jealous. I wish I was walking under those trees.
Yeah,
but
me too. Yeah, me too. We're ready when we're ready.
Yeah.
Would you play another one for us, Ben?
Well, Mary, okay, got a little treat for you. The first song you and I ever wrote together.
Oh my God, I don't remember which one that is.
Full Moon Child.
Oh, all those years ago. Gosh, that's a long time ago.
I'm looking at the date and it says 4th of December, 2008. Wow. So, I've got a lot of fun memories of this song. So I thought, let's do that one. Let's take it all the way back.
That'll bring me back. I don't really remember writing this. But I remember a line about popcorn in there.
Popcorn and gin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Please.
yeah, all right, awesome. So I'm going to take another box here because in this realm of virtual concerts, you got to be taking boxes as well as playing chords. You got to be taking boxes.
Yeah, uncheck for songs. Yeah, you got it.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. See. So here we go. First song Mary and I ever wrote together. It's called "Full Moon Child." She's a full moon child, born the month of Christmas. Snow fell that year, but didn't lie long. She's got the same last name as a well-known whiskey, raised in a factory time before the factories were gone. Headlights in the rain, the neons burning crimson. She moved to the city 7 years ago. She's a part-time maid in a roadside motel. Since the highway was built, business is slow. Full moon child, living on dreams, cheap cigarettes, popcorn and gin. When it gets quiet, she finds herself thinking, I would do it all better if I could do it again. I'd do it better if I could do it again. She tends bar in the basement most every weekend. The owner is a guy she knows from back home. They're not going steady, but she says he's her boyfriend. She feels better than saying she's all alone. Full moon child, living on dreams, cheap cigarettes, popcorn and gin. When it gets quiet, she finds herself thinking, I would do it all better if I could do it again. I'd do it better if I could do it again. Doghouse roses, fix 'em up pretty. Yesterday's wine in room 42. She's got her head in the clouds, singing with Elvis. Love me tender, love me true. Oh, full moon child, she's living on dreams, cheap cigarettes, popcorn and gin. When it gets quiet, she finds herself thinking, I would do it all better if I could do it again. I'd do it better if I could do it again.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Remember that one now?
We wrote the shit out of that song. We brought her to life.
Yeah, film first time writing. I don't know where that character came from, but yeah, 2008.
Oh, God. I remember it. It's all coming back now. Yeah, I remember listening to Elvis. We made up the hotel room number. We just brought her to life. When you're a writer, you really are playing God. You're breathing life into something from your imagination that becomes real. And if we do our job well, it's alive. And I think that's a really good song. I'm really proud of that song. It's a good song. What can
Yeah, I
say?
mean, sometimes you kind of turn your back on older stuff. I'm guilty of that, of kind of disregarding songs that you write when you're 10 years ago. Go, oh, I'm better than that now. But you know what? Chances are, better than it. You're just further along the road, but it doesn't mean you have to disregard them. And I relearned that song for my Facebook Live concerts, and when I played it, I was going, God, this, like, I believe this song, I believe this character, I can see her, it makes me feel something. So it was a good lesson for me to go, we don't have to disregard our old stuff, our past, because it also, made us the writers that we are now. And again, I don't mean that in we're great writers now, we weren't then, but it's all part of the journey. Like, we don't know what line will connect with somebody when they hear it. It could be a song we've written 15 years ago or a song we write now, but
yeah, it's not an old song to the person who's hearing it for the first time.
That's right. Yeah.
We got to get that it's an old song out of our head. It's it's a worthy song.
Yeah.
So I have a plan here. I'm gonna play a song that Jaimee and I wrote together, and then I want to put a request for you to play a song that I think is a companion piece, a song we wrote together called "Till I See You Again." I feel like if I play "How Could You Be Gone," it just needs to be followed right now by "Till I See You Again." So I'd like for you to bring us out with that. I'm gonna play this one, and then we'll swing it over to you, and it'll be a wrap.
Excellent. Sounds great. Yeah, love to.
Thanks, Ben. So this is Gauthier Harris' composition. I do love writing songs with other songwriters very much. It's a form of socializing for me, but it's also an opportunity to get songs written that I wouldn't have been able to write on my own. And definitely it's true of these two songs. I never in a million years would have written either one of them without the help of Jaimee on this one and Ben on the other one. You brought the title to this one and helped envision how the story was going to lay out. Do you remember how we wrote this?
I don't have a very clear memory of it. I remember that I pulled something out about a clock out of the scraps pile that I keep, and we kind of chased this one down for a while too. That's what I remember. I remember sitting by the fire, but I don't remember. I have a vivid memory of any line.
I think we sat by the fire for 9 hours.
Like 9 hours.
Yeah, I'm a slow songwriter. It takes a while to get to the finish line, and I'm not one to say it's done if I know it's not done. We have to keep going and going and going until my heart says that's the very best I can do. So we wrote it, and then about 3 months later we finished it, something like that. Because there was a line that wasn't right, and we just both knew we had to top that line, and eventually we did. I keep staring at the clock, stumbling around the house in shock. I don't know what I feel. I can't believe this is real. I don't know what to wear. I don't know who will be there. Wanna call, I wanna cry. I don't wanna say goodbye. Turn the key, make the drive, park and watch the cars arrive. Friends I never knew you had. It's moving slow, it's moving fast. I walk by your photograph, I hear your voice, hear you laugh. Everybody's dressed in black. I still think you're coming back. How could you sitting in a plastic chair. The preacher's words fill the air. A cross of roses, pink and white, slideshow picture of your life. Children run across the lawn. They don't understand you're gone. I'm looking for you in the crowd, looking for you in the clouds. How could you be gone? How could you be gone? We all hang our heads to pray. The preacher tells us what to say. I don't know what I believe, I just know I have to leave. I walk alone back to my car, go before the goodbyes start. I've always been this way, you were the only one who could make me stay. How could you be gone? 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 Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, thank you, Ben. Till I see you again.
May eternity hold you in the hollow of her hand. May a soft wind enfold you as you travel distant lands. May the moon and stars delight you as the daylight dims, till the morning sun warms your face, till I see you again. May you lay down your struggle beneath the silver sky. May a summer rain inside your dreams whisper lullabies. May there be no more sorrow, no more pain. And may you sleep inside the stillness of the night till I see you again. May you never be a stranger, may you never feel alone. May you reunite with family and friends, may they walk you home. May love embrace you in a dance that never ends. May you rest in gentle arms till I see you again. May you rest in gentle arms till I see you again.
Thank you, Ben. I love hearing you sing that.
So beautiful.
Thanks, Mary. It was a gift to write that with you. It really was.
We worked hard on that one. We did. We had no idea we were going to be going through this when we started it, and we started it long before the pandemic, and it didn't make sense until I guess until time went by, and then we were able to finish it. And I'm gonna always love that song. Thanks for singing it.
Thanks, Mary. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us, everybody. Please go to benglover.com, buy his records, hire him as a meditation coach, teacher, be part of his world. When are your live streams? Are you still doing them on a somewhat regular basis?
Yeah, every second Thursday on Facebook, on my Facebook, my music Facebook page. So it's at 2 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. UK, Ireland, every second week.
Follow him on Facebook and you'll get the updates on his live streams. Incredible songwriter, unbelievably good singer, Ben Glover. Thanks for being on the show today, Ben.
Thank you so much, Mary. Lovely to see you both. Good luck next week, Jaimee.
Oh, thanks, Ben. Thank you.
Talk to you soon, my friend. Thank you.
Oh, he's the best.
Just want to mention before we go, next week's guest is Margaret Wrinkle, New York Times opinion columnist, nature writer, and dear friend. She really helped me out with Rifles and Rosary Beads by writing a whole column on that record before it came out and kicked off the press around that record of mine that I co-wrote with the veterans over 7 years. And she's been a big part of my life for quite a while, and I'm happy to be bringing her into your life. Also, I'm teaching a songwriting workshop on Zoom coming up in April. It's going to be, starts April 10th. It'll be for 5 Saturdays. So 5 weeks, starting April 10th. I'm going to limit it to around 20, 22 songwriters. And if you want to work with me in that format, you can find that at marygauthier.com. We're already about 3/4 sold, so there's a handful of seats left. Love to have you join us. These workshops are so much fun, and we really do cover a lot of ground. And I think that's it for today. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Please come back next week. We're going to keep doing this until we hit the road again. And we just found out that quite a few of the dates in June are going to be moved to October. So we got more time together on the Zooms and the, what's this called? StreamYards and the Facebooks and the YouTubes until we get back in airplanes and drag shit through airports and run around like we always have. I know we're gonna. we'll be doing this until such time. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thank you to Ben. Thank you to Michaela. And always thank you to Jaimee for your music and for your technical knowledge making all this happen.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate your donations. We're going to share it amongst everybody. Appreciate the tips. Thank you.